I'm excited to share I officially started my mini cut for the summer. Definitely made some gains, and I'm really surprised I can actually flex out a few lines in my stomach. This means no more eating 3,000 calories. And junk food? This is something you see a lot of people eat on the If It Fits Your Macros diet, the IIFYM, which is basically a very simple concept of eating foods in a way that fits your macronutrients, your macros, your protein, carbs, and fat. Hi, this is Mimi. Today I'm going to share my thoughts on the If It Fits Your Macros diet and weight loss, fat loss in general. In order for weight loss to happen, you need a calorie deficit, which means you need to eat less than the amount of calories you're currently eating to maintain your current body weight. Calories in versus calories out. It's a very popular concept, but it's not that simple. It's a little more complex because everyone's energy expenditure is different due to their metabolism, how much they burn when they're just moving around, their genetic factors, their body type, their psychological factors, their stress levels. There's just a host of different factors that affect how many calories a person needs and how much they burn. But let's assume all things equal, you are eating less calories than your body needs on a IIFYM diet, then you should lose weight. To be even more effective and have faster progress, it helps if you eat the right amount of macros based on your body composition, your body type, and also take into consideration what type of energy you need to support the types of workouts that you do. There are calculators out there to figure out your macros, and I don't have a general recommendation on macros just because I'm pretty anal when it comes to these things. I like to come up with my numbers looking at several different angles. So the textbook angle, the bodybuilding angle, the fitness gurus angles, looking at your body weight, your lean body mass, percentages, body type, and then, yeah, these numbers make sense. If two people were on the If It Fits Your Macros diet and they were both eating the appropriate amount of macros, one can still have more success than the other based on what foods they eat, because the type of foods that make up those macros do make a difference when it comes to fat loss. This is an area where maybe the general If It Fits Your Macros hype doesn't talk about as much. The quality of foods that you eat will impact your body composition. You are what you eat, right? So clean foods, wholesome foods, non-processed foods will all help your progress. Let's talk about carbs. First, I just want to say they are not evil. Now, the rate that a carb is digested and absorbed can greatly influence your body composition. Let me say that again. The rate that a carb is digested and absorbed can greatly impact what your body composition is, with slower digestion and absorption of carbs being better. Slower digesting unrefined carbs help you feel fuller, they better control your blood sugar, your insulin, your energy levels, and they're just better for your body composition. Insulin is a storage hormone. In order for fat loss to occur, you need to keep your insulin low. And many of you have probably heard of the Glycemic Index, GI, which tells you how a food affects the blood sugar and insulin levels. And the lower the GI, the less effect it has. And unprocessed carbs are typically lower in GI. However, GI is tricky because both brown rice and white rice have similar GI. But brown rice does have more nutrients and fiber, and for health's sake, micronutrients do matter, and the fiber will also help you keep fuller. Refined carbs, and typically foods that contain sugar, enter your body much quicker and it spikes your blood sugar and insulin. So one big difference to consider is your body's hormonal response to complex carbs versus simple carbs. An exception for when fast digesting carbs can be helpful is post an intense workout, because it'll be used for recovery, and that's when your carb stores need replenishment. So AKA, eat your fast digesting carbs then. But if you're gonna eat simple carbs at any other time, or you don't even work out, eat it with other slow digesting foods. Because interestingly, if you eat high GI foods, the fast digesting carbs, junk, and you combine that with slower digesting foods, the overall glycemic index for that meal will be lower, which means that it actually helps your blood sugar and insulin not rise as much if you were to eat that junk alone. So for example, if you ate white bread with a high GI of 100 and you ate it with hummus with a low GI of 6, the overall glycemic index for that meal is going to be much lower, and it's going to have much less impact on your blood sugar and insulin. If you ate Pop-Tarts after your meal of chicken, veggies, and brown rice, That's gonna be much better than if you were to eat Pop-Tarts as a standalone snack midday. Or, if you ate chips with guac, that'd be better. You get the point. But make sure to remember point number 1. You still have to eat at a calorie deficit. So eating low GI meals and all clean foods will mean absolutely nothing for your fat loss goals because you're still eating too much. Eat slow digesting foods for a majority of your intake. When foods digest slowly, sugar takes longer to hit your bloodstream and your insulin is released much more gradually. So protein, fiber, and healthy fats are great examples. And a few thoughts on these. Protein. Higher quality protein does make a difference. We're talking whey, eggs, lean meats. I remember when I first started drinking whey protein and it made the biggest difference. And just for the record, no, I do not drink whey protein shakes all day long. I only do them post-workout because I do like to eat real food. Fiber. It is important because it's thermogenic, so it does help you burn more calories. Eat your fruits and veggies. Healthy fats. Your body needs fat to function, so don't eat zero fat. It'll only backfire on you. Plus, it helps with your insulin sensitivity, and very importantly, it makes your food taste better. But not all of your fat should be saturated fat, so definitely try to include some healthy fats to help burn fat. Salmon, avocados, olive oil, etc. So my thoughts is that the If It Fits Your Macros diet works for many people and it's a very flexible way of eating. Just make sure that more of your foods include healthier eats like nutrient-dense foods, wholesome foods, non-processed foods, fruits and veggies. Make sure you get your vitamins and minerals and fiber in. And the 80-20 rule works very well. Number 1, eat the right amount of calories for your goals. Eat at a calorie deficit for fat loss. Number 2, hit your macros. And 3, consider the type of foods you eat. Someone asked me if I do If It Fits Your Macros because I said in one of my videos that I do flexible dieting. IIFYM is just one way to eat flexibly. And I hope you know by now that that can really differ from person to person based on what foods they eat. So I told them that my approach is actually a combination of 5 different ways of eating, which means I basically create my own way to eat based on what works and how I like to eat. Remember, there is no one diet that fits for everyone. So explore what's out there, create your own way to eat, and keep on doing it as long as it gets you results and you enjoy it. Well, that's it for today. Feel free to ask me any questions or make any comments below. In the meantime, please click subscribe, stay tuned, check out my other videos by clicking on these links here or explore my playlist. And feel free to follow me on Twitter at EatNotDiet or connect with me on Instagram or Facebook at Bonny. Thanks for watching.